welcome back to Somatics meets Pelvic Health. We are exploring pelvic health activation in a variety of positions. The previous two videos was in laying down, and then we tried in sitting. Now we're going to try in a new position with movement and see how that changes our experience of the pelvic floor. If it makes it easier, harder, maybe you feel it easier in the different areas when we add in movement. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the cat-dog exercise, and we're going to incorporate pelvic floor activation. So again, for this move, we want to get ourselves on our hands and our knees. The knees you want to just sort of have in a comfortable width where you feel fully supported. Arms, again, underneath the shoulders, not too far forward, not too far back, but hand like a straight line underneath the shoulder. And just as a reminder, cat-dog pose is when we sort of arch our back while we look up, and then we kind of imagine like an angry cat where our head comes down and our spine goes round. So it's happy dog, angry cat. Good. So just giving that movement a try just a couple times to get some range of motion in your spine. And then what we're going to do from this position, we're going to move into the angry cat. And when we move into the angry cat, we're going to squeeze to hold our pee at the same time. So from this position, we're going to come into cat and squeeze at the same time like we're holding in our pee. And then we're going to let go of the pelvic floor, look up, and then we're going to squeeze to hold our pee. And then let it go as we go into dog. Squeeze as we come into a cat. Let go as we come into a dog. How was that? Was that easy? Was that hard? Were you able to feel the muscle more or less? And where do you feel the pelvic floor squeezing? So let's try a couple more rounds and just see what we can notice. So we're going to look up, and then we're going to come into a cat and squeeze the pelvic floor, and then release, and then squeeze, and release, and squeeze, and release. Good. Now we're going to try squeezing as if we're holding in gas and seeing if that feels a little bit different. So again, from our dog pose, we're going to squeeze the pelvic floor like we're holding in gas, and then relax into happy dog, squeeze into angry cat, release into happy dog, and squeeze into angry cat, and release. Good. What did you notice with that? Was that easier, harder? Does it feel like it's all in the same area? Could you feel a difference between the front, holding your pee, and the back, holding in gas? We're going to try a couple more repetitions, and then we're going to alternate. We're going to go from one pee, holding to squeeze, squeezing to hold in pee, squeezing to hold in gas. And we'll repeat that 3 times. So 3 in the front, 3 in the back. And again, let's bring our focus and awareness to what's happening in the muscles. So we're going to start relaxed, and then we're going to squeeze our pee, and then relax, and then we're going to squeeze to hold in gas. Good. And then letting go. Squeeze to hold our pee. Release. Squeeze to hold gas. Release. And again, holding pee. And again, holding gas. Good. And then relaxing back. Now, if you found that a little bit harder, it's totally normal. If you have never really done pelvic floor activation and you're just kind of learning how to move, it may be more challenging to activate throughout movement. It is a little bit of a more advanced technique of connecting your pelvic floor to movement, but this is just a good opportunity to get to know, okay, this might be an area I need to work on. Maybe I can't feel my pelvic floor that great throughout movement. And again, if you are experiencing any leaking, especially with movement, that might be a connection as to why you're not getting the support. Anyways, if you found movement and pelvic floor activation difficult, but were okay doing the previous exercises, again, this may be a good opportunity to work with somebody specifically to help you further that technique. Okay, on to tomorrow's video.